I decided to document things now, writing them down, talking about it, or whatever. So the conquest of what's going on in this circle today. Now that I've learned that someone is calling me their sister, she has a spirit of a circle of friendship that I would always want and acquire. No matter what the outside is, you know the inside is real. And I'm just grateful for that. Being able to be yourself without worrying about what anybody else thinks. It's a great feeling. Most importantly, learning that the reptilian mind process that I have accumulated with the disease-minded man and everything that he stands for, what he feels is his rules, or whatever that makes him, whatever makes him feel alive. That's his own journey. He's going through a reptilian phase, and I, the master of knowing all of these things, I already recognized that I was dealing with one that he was really good at what he did until his mask dropped. He will be the second person that I have found myself seeing their mask drop literally in my face. Not acquiring, not even saying that the person that I first called the devil. Okay? So, like I said, I did a study yesterday. I was telling Tweety I did a study yesterday. The study was basically about learning that different people have different agendas. And the most importantly, people like responses, whether they be to watch you get excited or to be sad. Those characteristics are narcissistic. Narcissists are reptilian, like, so you can never really call one out because it's like spotting the difference between making amends with them or trying to get on their good side. They're not really the type of people that have feelings of their own, so they mimic you. And this is like a real experience that I've been through. It's not that I watch YouTube videos and things like that. I'm talking about I literally witnessed it, experienced it, trying to get unattached to a narcissistic reptilian, and he's either half or he could be full. By the way his characteristics are, I would say he would only give feelings when he wanted something. And for that being said, and even if he was to ask you for something and you rejected him, knowing that you couldn't really give what they wanted, they'll say, oh, okay, and they'll hold on to that as a grudge. And then it's like when it's time for them to ask you something that you want, then they can say, okay, but I can't give it to you right now. So they're hurt by you rejecting them automatically. Even if you had it and you couldn't give it, or you had it and you just feel like they didn't deserve it, they hold that grudge. So they like draining off of negativity. The negativity that they drain from is liking to see you excited or happy, or any type of glow that they can't produce on their own. And what they do is they convert that into a negative. Like they'll bring it to a low vibration. The low vibration is anything that doesn't bring light, love, anything that causes pain, worry, fear, anger. And I'm learning this from experiencing this from someone who told me, that he was God and that I was there to feed his people. So his people would be these beings that are surfacing this new age era where even pastors are reptilian, and some of them are using it just for their own self-benefit. I've had a pastor come and tell me they was going to take me to go buy a bottle of wine, but they don't drink because they're pastors. So how do you help someone indulge in a spirit that you don't know that they're able to control? So, and then judges you if you tell them that you do something that they don't do. So it was basically all a build-up to knockdown situation. And I came to an understanding that maybe not everything is for everybody. And at the end of the day, you got to remember who you give your energy to. Characteristics of a friendship is not someone, it's somebody you can really depend on as a confidant, and someone that you can feel comfortable with, and, you know, smile and cry at the same time when different situations are to heal. Not when somebody tells you the business, or you tell the business, or you tell them your business, that, you know, they're taking it and holding it against you. So on that note, you want to find people that fit your energy. Not everybody is meant to be in your circle. And when people find that you're an empath and they know that you have things that they want, they're only going to use you for their self-benefit. It has nothing to do with you. It's like, okay, my battery's low. I need you as an energy boost, and I don't care how I get it, as long as I get it. And even if it's a low vibration, they will acquire that too and accumulate that out of your system if it need be. How do we conquer these things? Well, I feel like this. If people start detoxifying themselves, their pituitary glands flushing out their systems, from me eating all these toxic things, learning not to gossip about one another, and try to promote more love and light and not so much darkness. So it's like when you don't have anything else to promote but the darkness that you carry, and then being around the energies that you carry. That's basically what turns what turns people into the low vibration, because they're not able to absorb what other people are what they have, or if someone has some type of joy or happiness, they don't see themselves accumulating that happiness within themselves. They see themselves, well, I have to mimic you and mimic what you are in order to get on your standstill or on your level so that you can do what I want you to do. More importantly, it takes a lot of energy to deal with a negative energy, especially when it's supposedly supposed to take two negatives to contract a positive. But when there's one claiming they promote positive and then their actions are negative, you don't know the difference.